Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to The Pen. It's been a while since the last one, but I'm really looking forward to speaking to today's guest. She is the first person that reached out to me that said they wanted to come on The Pen, and fortuitously we found the time to do that. We're here today. She's invited me to a wonderful home to do that, and I'd just like to say thank you very much for that.
Thanks for coming.
And welcome everybody. This is Lady Paradox on episode 4 of The Pen.
Hi. I don't know whether to look at them or you.
I tell you what, where do you think she should look, guys? Comment down below.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So thank you so much for asking to do this and agreeing the time.
Yeah. Thanks for agreeing when I asked.
All good, all good. It's our conversations work, right?
Yeah.
It's all good. So I just want to start off by saying I love your work. I love the calmness within it. Like there's an inner calm that permeates through your music, which is so relaxing. And I really want to find out more about your pen, how you started, where it came from for you, where it's gone, and where you hope to go.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot, isn't it?
With a question.
Straight away, present, past, and future.
Where did it start?
Yeah, where did it start? Where do you remember writing first?
Yeah. I think for me it probably started with poetry.
Okay.
Before the music. So like I remember as a kid I was just very into poetry.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. I remember like at school, you know, some people hated English literature lessons, whatever. I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, geeking out with that.
Is there a poem you remember from then that was like, oh, this is quite interesting?
A lot of the William Blake stuff. So the whole Songs of Innocence.
Yeah.
Like, I just loved like the language in it and how he was talking about certain things, but in a way that was very visual or very like abstract at times. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was really into all that, and I loved a bit of Shakespeare. And
Yeah.
I think I was quite fortunate. I had two really good like English teachers, basically.
It helps.
And
It's
and
massively
their love
helpful.
for it, I think, permeated and made
Love
me,
that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So yeah, started with poetry, and then so I wrote poetry when I was young, basically, a lot of the time, and then aged like 15, 16, I heard Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, and yeah.
It all changed.
Like a lot of people. But just absolutely loved that sound, and yeah, I think that was like a real shifting point for me. But around that time I was also listening to a lot of jazz music.
Right, okay.
Already.
Okay, that permeates through then, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I hadn't discovered yet things like jazzmatazz. So again, when I discovered that was like another like, oh my word, like mind blown type moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, around 16, I guess I was already writing poetry, and then I started listening to a lot more hip hop, and I was listening to jazz at the same time. And so I started trying to make my own beats.
Right, okay.
This was before I knew
Yeah.
a lot of people. So do you remember Fruity Loops?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I had a go with that. But my dad was very much into classical music when I grew up.
Right.
So yeah, I just remember like chopping classical music type
Perfect.
stuff.
Yeah.
Having a go. They weren't amazing. They weren't great.
They're not supposed to be.
No.
They're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be like you're just walking into the room for the first time and you've never seen it before, right?
That's true.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And one of them was okay, you know, and I feel sad that I'm never going to get that beat back. I'd love to listen to it now.
Could you recreate it?
I don't know. It's
not right now. It's so busy. Far too busy for that
yeah.
now. But yeah, no, that's
I
dope.
could try. But yeah, and then I don't know if I'm going off on one, but do you remember MySpace?
Absolutely.
So got a MySpace profile thing, and that's where the connection came with Pat D, who I ended up doing the first 2 albums with, and his beats just happened to have a very jazzy influence.
Very
sound.
jazzy, yeah.
So that just worked.
So it's almost like, without even knowing, he was talking to what you were already connected to.
Yeah.
So it's just like alignment.
Yeah.
Love that.
And then we'd speak about like our influences and who we like. We set up like a joint playlist. It wouldn't have even been on Spotify. I don't know what it was on, or maybe we were just burning each of the CDs. I don't know. But it was like he'd introduce me to things that I hadn't heard and vice versa, or we'd be like, oh, like I love that album too.
Yeah. So what I know it's the pen, but I think the pen and poetry is a beautiful thing, but obviously when you put it to music, it builds a whole new world. So I'd be really interested to know if you can remember what jazz stuff you were listening to that you heard, and what you and Pat both went like, oh, I know that one. And what did he teach you? Have you got any examples?
Like Courtney Pine.
Yeah.
Courtney Pine.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was like particular. Obviously, Pat's the producer, right? So he would sample certain things. So
Correct.
I know, for example, like Donald Byrd, he sampled
Yeah.
for like perspectives and things like that. So yeah, that would be a fun process of him like sending me the beat, and then I'd maybe like recognise a bit and then try and figure out what that is. And again, there'd be some that I would know, or some that he would then introduce me to maybe a jazz musician that I hadn't heard of. So it was all like a exploratory, like exciting, musically exciting. Yeah,
it is well exciting. I'm working with a producer at the minute who's a jazz guitarist, and his jazz knowledge is wild. And about 7 years ago, I went to learn jazz piano, and that opened my mind up to jazz far more than I understood. And those two connections, when they come together with a writer, it's such a beautiful thing. It's like Nas, isn't it? Like his dad was a jazz player. Like he comes from jazz, and it's pretty much the dad or granddad of hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that it comes together.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the album then, the first one. How did that process go?
So yeah, we connected on MySpace. He sent me some beats, and I started writing to them. And then I was based, where was I at that point? I was either in Leicester or Nottingham, but he's in Hull.
Right,
so it's a bit of a mission,
yeah,
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But I'd go like every couple of weeks probably and sit in the studio, work together on stuff, or I'd go home. I remember going home on the train a lot, and he'd like give me his latest beat, and I'd be writing on the way home.
Yeah, that's such a fun thing.
But yeah, so it was created in the studio in Hull.
Yeah.
But some of the writing we did together in the studio, and then other parts of it, I guess
you went away and did
solo, did it, and then came back. Yeah.
Can you tell me about your writing process? Like literally from beginning to end, from ideation, because you were saying when I came that you were literally just in the middle of writing, and I apologise profusely for stopping that.
No, it's fine. It's because, and I'm not going to say it's because you were late, because it was not your fault. It was the traffic.
It was the traffic, and I am traffic though, everyone. But
No. So I had like a window of opportunity, which I rarely get at the moment. And there's a guy called Vice Beats who sent me some lovely beats. So I was like, I'm just going to listen to it. And anyway,
it came.
So yeah, so my process for writing, I find this question interesting because it's not the same every time.
Good.
Is the first thing. So most of the time I will write to a beat as opposed to like writing something and then trying to put it to a beat.
Yeah.
And usually my process is, like generally there's a producer who's maybe sent me like a batch of beats and I'll sit with all of them, and some of them I just immediately gravitate to, and those will be the ones that, you know, when you just immediately start writing.
Straight away, you know which ones it is. The words just fall out of your mouth, don't they? Before you've even,
Yeah, and you basically like, you can't stop it before you know it, you've got tracks. So those are the beats that I would tend to gravitate towards, and I don't usually, I'd say 9 times out of 10, I don't have like a concept or a thought in mind. I literally just start writing.
Okay.
But the latest album that I've done has been interesting because, again, most of the tracks has been that process, but there was a couple where I feel like I've approached it a little bit differently. So, for example, there's one beat that Kong the Artisan, that's who's produced the latest album.
Big up Kong.
Big up Kong. He sent me some beats. All his beats are amazing, but obviously there's some that you connect with easier than others. And there was one, and I was like, oh, this is such a nice beat, like, but I just don't feel like it's for me. I can't explain. But I couldn't like get that beat out of my head at the same time, but I just couldn't write to it. But I sort of thought, I'm going to persevere with this one and try and get there with it. So with that one, because it wasn't getting me writing straight away, I sort of thought more about the rhythm and the hook and like how I could connect with the beat in that way. And then I looked at what I'd already written for the album, and we had a concept for the album by this point, and thinking about, is there any like gaps or anything I'm missing within that concept that I want to explore? And then sort of hooked into that, and then that became the Makes the World Go Round. That's the name of the song. So yeah, that's a long way of saying generally I write to a beat that's easy to write to, but I feel like now I would push myself to sit with the beat a little bit longer because I really am happy with that track and it's quite different to my other stuff. Yeah.
So like, would you say? I'm gonna back to me, back to me, guys.
Yeah.
One of the things I've really loved being a rapper and maturing is the process of songwriting and thinking about ideation and choruses and the concept of it. It's something I really wanted to push myself on. Do you feel like on this album you've been able to explore that a bit more, just because you're pushing yourself more with the beat rather than going straight from the mind to what you normally do?
Yeah.
To like sitting and thinking, oh, how could I structure this and how would it fit into the bigger? Is it like more of a song? Do you feel like it's a songwriting journey for you in a way?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I feel like the process with this one, I don't know, the process with every album I've done has been quite different, but I would say with this one I have learnt a lot more and grown more as a writer.
Yeah.
Not just in age.
Yeah, no, well,
there's that
you know.
as well.
Yeah.
There's been other things like, I don't know, like Kong has maybe made a suggestion to like, you know, have you ever thought of exploring? So generally, if you listen to my previous albums, it's like 16 bars or 24 bars. You know, quite standard.
Yeah, what we learned.
Yeah, that type of thing. And he was like, oh, you know, have you ever thought about playing around with like, you know, just shorter, sort of interspersing like short bars?
Yeah.
I was like, no, not really. Like, I don't know. And then I sat with it for a while. I don't like being told. He was not telling me what to do.
Yeah.
But I like to get there myself.
I
so he
understand.
sort of planted the seed.
Yeah.
And I was like, And then there was one of the beats that he sent me, I Wish, that was it. And I was walking around listening to it in my headphones and the hook came to me on that one pretty quickly. And then I sort of played around with that one quite a bit in terms of like stopping myself, just going into writing a full 16.
Yes.
And playing around. So it's sort of chunked in like a very different way to any of those things. It's got quite a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
Like I play with words in a different way where I haven't done before.
Yeah.
And again, that was because Kong had like planted this idea. So I feel like, yeah, it's pushed me on a lot of different.
Yeah. It's lovely when you get that feedback. I think as rappers, it feels like a bit of a solo journey. Obviously, you've had the perfection of working with Pat D as well, so you've had collaboration in mind. Pretty much from what I know is the start of your release journey.
Yeah.
But that other person really can shift your mindset in ways that you just can't yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
You need that external push, right?
Yeah.
I just think I think it's an amazing thing to collaborate. Whilst we're on the point, I would love to collaborate with you.
Oh, I would love to collaborate with you. It's been a long time.
I think we tried to start something like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But I really would love to work with you on a track, and like I've got a slightly different angle as well on stuff, so I'd love to see what magic comes out of that.
Yeah.
I think it'll be wicked.
There you go. You've got it on video.
It's on camera now, so everyone can see that I've said that, so I have to do it. It's called
When's the cut-off point? I like to have.
You tell me, when would you like the cut-off point to be?
What are we in? 2020?
Just in May 26.
Just in May. I think it's got to happen by the end of this year.
7 months.
For sure.
That's a long window.
That's a long window, but I mean, like, not just written.
Oh, right,
I mean,
okay.
Like,
Recorded and done and out.
Recorded, done, needs to be.
Okay.
Yeah. On something.
This is called accountability. So if by the end of 2026 you don't see a release from Lady Paradox and I, then I failed as a human. And I'm happy to say that on camera.
That's harsh criticism.
It is. It's the only way to do it. Sometimes you've got to give yourself a kick up the arse.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I feel like 7-month window is generous just for the writing, but I feel if we're, it's got to be out in the world.
Okay,
in
all
some
right.
kind of way.
I like that. I like being pushed.
Yeah.
My partner is my accountability partner at the minute, and she started accountability partnering me 2 weeks ago, and I says, right, I've got to do a song a week, and it's worked wonders.
Okay.
So I'll take accountability from all angles.
Nice. Okay.
It's all good in the hood, right? Deal.
Yeah.
Gone slightly off topic, but that's absolutely fine. So, where do you said the ideas just come and you just write them? Mm-hmm. Where do you think? I ask these people to everyone. Where do you think the inspiration comes from? metaphysically or whatever?
Life, like, yeah, it sounds a bit of a standard answer, really, but it's that. I will say that sometimes when I'm writing, sometimes I'll be thinking about things quite literally and writing about those things, if that makes sense. Other times I'm just sort of writing and there's stuff sort of coming out of my writing that I didn't really know I was thinking, or I didn't know was having an impact on me. And then it's like you read it back and it's like, oh, that's
that.
how I'm feeling, or
Yeah.
So there's that. And I think when you're in like a proper flow state or whatever you want to call it, like that's an amazing place to be, right? Because
it really is.
I don't know where that's coming from. Like, it is coming from life, but I'm not recognizing it until I'm writing.
So it's not conscious. And I think with everyone I've spoken to, there's an element of it being channeled. And I'm not one to say where it's channeled from, but it's definitely channeled, because it can't just come from inside us, surely. Like, we're all interconnected to everything, so it must come from not just our life experience, but from the world on a whole.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty immense, and which is why I love sitting with writers to talk about that, because not many people write. We know a lot of rappers, right? But in the majority of the world, the creators are the minority.
Yeah.
So there's this cool mindset that I really love to explore with people.
Yeah.
I really do. So where do you want to grow your writing to? Have you got like a next time I write I want to do this, or I've got something I want to try different over here? Have you got like ideas for that at the minute?
I'd say my focus at the moment is not that it's not so much on the writing, but I think what I really want to do very soon is be in the studio with someone.
Right.
Because obviously I did that with Pat, but that was like, our last album was 16 years ago.
Right, okay.
I then did an album with someone called Gadget 10 years ago, but we still haven't met in person, which is awful.
Okay.
We are going to make that happen.
Yeah, we're going to make it happen, Gadget.
Happen. Life's crazy.
Yeah.
So we never got in the studio together, and then Kong is based in Hong Kong. Haven't met him in person.
Yeah, it makes it tricky, but you were nearby, weren't you?
I was nearby.
Tell them about that.
Okay. Are we going off piece? So?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fine.
Sorry, we are, aren't we? But it's fine.
No,
we can come back to it. I'll remember where we are. I'll wrap it in cling film and put it in the fridge. Go on.
So last year, well, it would have been just before that. It would have been coming up to Christmas 2025, my time frame.
Yeah.
So to give you a bit of context, I hadn't been actively doing music for a while.
Yep.
Quite a while.
Yep.
So I've been doing like family, career stuff, and the music had been sidelined quite a bit, to be honest, which I know I spoke to you about this earlier, but I'm realising now like how much I need it, so that is not going to happen again. But it happened.
Good.
And so I wasn't in a musical headspace really at all, and Pat contacts me to say he'd been contacted by a tour company called Equac Music in China, who wanted us to go out there and tour. So we were both like, oh, it's probably not that serious. Sometimes you get emails.
Yeah. There's a pigeon in your bank account. You can pay me $1 million, you can get it out, yeah.
We thought it was one of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we got talking with them and it seemed quite legitimate. So then we were like, just so you know, we haven't done any music together for like 16 years now. Like, do you really want us?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we want you to do the stuff you released 16 years ago because it's doing really well now in China.
Amazing.
So my initial reaction was, I don't think I can do it. For one, the logistics.
Yeah.
Because my kids were my youngest was quite young at that point. But also I hadn't been on a stage for like a long time.
Yeah.
And when I used to perform, I didn't used to enjoy it.
Oh, really?
That's another thing that made me want to do.
Interesting.
So I was like, I just don't know that I can do this. Pat knows me very well. So he knew not to tell me how great of an opportunity it was.
Because it would make it too big.
Yeah. He just said to me, I'll just leave it with you like over Christmas and stuff, just sit with it and like just let me know what your thoughts are after Christmas and we'll just tell them that we're going to give them a decision by so-and-so.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then, I sat with it and I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? These opportunities don't come around ever.
They really do.
I'm very grateful that they would want us to do that. And yeah, let's give it a go.
I love it. You broke the barrier. You went and did it. So how was it?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. So we got to perform, well, in 4 different cities in China, but we got to do Blue Note in Beijing.
Wow.
And Blue Note Shanghai, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously
your jazz background, that must be like a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was mad. It was like an out of body experience. I didn't feel like I was really there.
Yeah, of course.
But the whole tour was just amazing. Like, we were so well looked after. So just shout out to Echo Out Music, because they were just looked after us so well, and
great.
It was amazing. But the feedback was amazing. The atmosphere in the room, it was emotional. Do you know what I mean? It was so good. But the main thing was stepping out on the stage for the first night.
Yeah.
Because that was it. We wanted to get some shows in the UK before we went. But once we made the decision we were actually going to go, everything moved really quickly.
Yeah.
Also, work for me at that point was crazy, and similar for Pat.
Yeah.
So I think we did one very, very small show in Hull. It was tiny.
Yeah.
So it was just not comparable.
Yeah.
So I just thought, am I gonna enjoy this? Or is it gonna be like when I used to perform?
You weren't really feeling it.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know what happened or why, but I absolutely loved it. And I've come back since and done stuff in the UK to make sure it wasn't just specific to China.
Yeah.
And I'm absolutely loving performing, so that's something I want to do more of.
That's great. I saw your video at the chip shop.
Yeah.
You look like you were really enjoying it. You look like you were home.
Yeah.
And you found you.
Yeah.
Musically and performing wise, it's really clear to see. Because you can see when people aren't so sure. Yeah. And that surety, to see it for you is really, really makes me happy. I really love to see that you did that. And the fact that you got to do that in China as well, that's dope.
Yeah.
One of my aims is to see the world through music.
Okay.
That's what I really want to do. So you've really inspired me to go, oh, okay, it's possible.
Yeah.
It really is possible. And obviously I've got to put my music out first, but I would love to have a conversation with you after I've done that. Because that's an experience I haven't really yet achieved, but I'm fully of the mind that it's going to happen. I've got no doubt in my mind. Yeah, absolutely got to happen.
That's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely got to happen.
Well, this collaborative team we do, just remember,
exactly.
You want to fly me out to wherever you are. Yeah, I'm in.
Lady Paradox, just to let you know, I'm here in sunny Skegness. If you just,
I knew you were gonna. I literally.
Did you know
you.
Skegness?
Yeah. I may not have seen you for so many years, but I literally knew that was what you were going to say.
My humour doesn't change. It will never change.
It's fine.
Dad jokes until I die. That's the game. It really is.
I'm not coming to Skegness.
I'm not going either. Big up all the Skegness crew.
No, that's hard.
We love Skegness, but I don't know if that's necessarily my market.
No, I just mean I'm not.
You're not going to fly there?
I'm not travelling to the... You're taking me somewhere more exciting.
Okay.
Not taking me.
So maybe
me.
Yeah, Rebecca, I've got a flight in Polton under Trent. Does that sound good? It's not even a real place. It's not a real place.
Oh, okay.
We're being a bit abstract now. So we're going to take it back to the fridge where I'm going to unwrap the cling film. And we were talking about, before I asked you about China, we were talking about Pat D. You wanted to get in the studio with someone. You wanted to get in the studio with someone again.
That was it really.
That was it.
Yeah, just it's been a while since I've been in the studio with someone, and I think that can, I don't know, shape the music or bring about. We're talking about pushing your writing and stuff. I think when you're in the studio with someone, that can sometimes push you in different ways, or you can explore different things together. Yeah, when you're all engaged in the same piece of art that you've made from nothing. Yeah. You're more invested, aren't you? Yeah, 100%. So that is something I would like to do.
That's the next thing. Good. Well, I'm sure you will do that as well. And so your album is now finished. Mm-hmm. When will it be out?
It's out. Well, it's out on Bandcamp.
Love that.
I don't know when this is going to go live.
Yeah. I'll do it pretty soon. So this is timely.
Fine, timely. So it came out on Bandcamp. I should know my date, shouldn't I?
You don't need to worry. If it's out on Bandcamp now, people can get it.
In April.
Okay.
It's out on Bandcamp. The whole album.
Yep.
And you can also pre-order vinyl.
Amazing.
Which will be ready end of May, early June. But yeah, the full album will be available to stream at some point. But we really want to encourage people to go to Bandcamp. It's like
really
£5. It's the price of a coffee.
I do want to say a point here, actually. It is the price of a coffee, and it's great that you can pay $9.99 a month and listen to everything, but it doesn't cost $9.99 a month to make music. It doesn't cost $9.99 a month to stream, to produce. It doesn't cost $9.99 a month to get an engineer. It doesn't cost $9.99 a month to press records. Anybody listening out there, whether you're a musician or not, it's really important to us that we do direct to artist stuff, because we want to keep doing it. We want to keep going. And Spotify is giving us like 0.0025 pence a play, which is not going to feed anyone, is it?
It's not feeding anyone. It's not buying my kids socks.
Exactly. It's beans on toast all round. Yeah. So I would definitely urge everyone, if you can, to go to Lady Paradox's Bandcamp and cop that album. And the name of it is?
The name of the album is Ikigai, Ordinary Moments. But I should say it's on the Knoll and Poland Bandcamp. So that's the label that it's released through, yeah.
Thank you. Big up Knoll and Poland. Tell me what Ikigai means. I've never heard that word before.
Okay, so how much do you want to go into this?
As much as you want to.
Fine. So essentially the meaning of it is finding a reason for being.
Okay.
Obviously it's a Japanese word, so that's like the Western interpretation of it, but it's a lot more complex and nuanced than that.
Tell me, I want to hear about it.
So in a Western context, so where I first heard about Ikigai, that might be useful.
Yeah.
I think I said I used to do a lot of work in universities and do like lecturing and stuff around career development. And in the West, Ikigai, like I say, has been translated to mean like your reason for living.
Yeah.
And it's often portrayed with this like Venn diagram that some people might be familiar with. It's got like 4 circles around it. So it's basically finding something you're good at, something you love doing, something the world needs, and something you get paid for.
Your sweet spot.
But like the one thing.
Yeah, the sweet spot in the middle of the Venn. Right, got it.
So that's where I had first heard about Ikigai.
Beautiful word.
And I found it quite useful in a careers context, looking at it in that way. But what I have started to learn is the original meaning of Ikigai. It wasn't necessarily about finding like an external reason for being or like a purpose that's outside of yourself. And it definitely wasn't tied to money.
Yes.
It's more about like finding like beauty and purpose and fulfillment in everyday small moment, which is why we've called it Ikigai, Ordinary Moments. But we went through this whole thing, honestly, with because I basically just gravitate towards like that and the meaning of it, and a lot of what I was writing about, because we didn't come up with the concept first, I was just writing stuff, and a lot of it was about that, like the small, beautiful, everyday things, what makes life worth living type stuff. And I was like, okay, Ikigai works for this. But we went through this whole thing of like, should we call it Ikigai? Like, we don't want to look like we're
I know what you're saying.
Talking about because it's a complicated concept. So I would say is please go and explore it, but try and explore it not just through like the Western
lens.
That's out there. There's some amazing like Japanese scholars and stuff that talk about it on a real like deep level.
Yeah, and have you researched some of them?
I have.
Of course you have.
You're going to ask me their names.
No, you don't. No. It's more leaning towards, because of you as a person and because of your somewhat academic background, do you find yourself researching what you're writing about to have a basis to it, or is it all from your mind? Like you know, do you just go, right, I know that, so I'm going to do that, or do you like, let me read up a little bit more about that because I might get some more content there for my music?
Yeah, I feel like with Ikigai I have done the research things, but generally it's probably not something that it's more like something I would do when I listen to other people's music.
I understand what you mean.
Capo, for example. Come on. We used to go to the library after we listened to Capo.
The king. The king of what was that? Yeah.
Whereas, maybe not so much with my own, but it's something maybe, because like I say, I've been out of music for a while and I've come back to it. Maybe it's something that I will be doing more of.
I think it's a really, because music's made to entertain, but like if you can educate within it as well, I think it's beautiful because it can set other people down paths, and you don't know what will be created out of that. But yeah, maybe when we do our chat, we will nerd out.
Okay.
Just
yeah.
nerd out and do something super nerdy, but cool, because we're cool.
There is a
As you can
concept
see.
I'm really interested in exploring.
Go.
Can I just tell you?
Of course you can. Go.
Because you probably know about this already, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But there's like two different interpretations of time. There's one which is chronos, which is
Yeah.
like chronological, and one
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
kairos.
Yeah.
Which is, do you know about
Yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't really know about it. I was
Yeah.
like, this is fascinating. Someone was talking to me yesterday who's a poet, and
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
like well into it, and I was like, this needs.
But tell them
to
more.
do something.
Yeah, tell them more.
Well, that's about all
Time.
I know.
What
so
is
far.
time?
Yeah, like what is time? Is
That's
it?
a great one.
Yeah. Anyway.
That is a great one because actually it's been 20 years since we started to write it. And actually, what is time? Because we haven't actually seen each other. So technically, no time has really passed in between our last meeting, even though time has passed.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and
yeah,
it's all about it being like a feeling. Like how long does it feel since?
Yeah.
See, it feels like I saw yesterday with that Fortune Boy.
exactly with the beer
Probably
on
need
the
to give
side.
some context on Fortune
We probably
Boy.
need to give context on Fortune Boy. Quick, tell them what Fortune Boy is. So there's full context.
It's not there anymore, is it? It might be.
Unfortunately,
It was a great Chinese takeaway in Nottingham.
it was
The greatest of the great, and that is what I provided you with.
crispy chili
Yes.
beef.
Crispy chili beef.
I remember it like yesterday because no time has passed.
And a strong bow.
And a strongbow, mate.
Yeah.
Winning. What a combination.
Yeah.
Just,
Today you got peppermint tea.
I know, with
We're
sugar,
proper old,
brown,
aren't we?
demerara, the highest granulated quality as well. Just to let you know, we've moved on in the world. So time has also passed at the same time.
Yeah.
I met someone and one of her things is, what is time? And whenever I talk to her, I just say, what is time? What time are you going to be there? Just like, what is time? What is
that's
it?
annoying, isn't it?
It is really annoying.
Yeah, yeah.
It is really annoying. It's not helpful if
I'm
you've
not
got
sure
a schedule.
How I feel about that.
We went right on that one
Okay,
then.
fine.
Yeah, maybe that could be the bridge.
Fine. Yeah.
Right, okay, that's good. I feel like we've come to a really good place on this conversation, and I hope people have got to know you more. And I guess again want to say, like, I love that you've come back to music. I love that you've come back to your centre. I love that you found your Ikigai. That's great. That's amazing. Keep going with it. And I think that's the end of today. That's all right by you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And
It's been good.
thank you for having me, actually.
Well, yeah, I'm having.
It's true, isn't it?
Thank you for arriving.
I arrived.
I've arrived.
Yeah. I've arrived. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Pen. Please go to check out Ikigai on the Nolan Poland Bandcamp. You can check that out. You can also follow Lady Paradox on all socials.
Lady Paradox _music. See, I'm getting better.
Love that!
Getting better.
Oh my god, we should do a show or something. It would work so well. Lady Paradox _music. Do remember that. I've been Karizz. This has been The Pen. Thank you so much for your time. Peace, love and happiness. One. Thank you.